5 weeks out from my photo shoot, I went away and I didn't track a single calorie for 5 days. If you're somebody that's dieting and got a holiday coming up, let me break down to you exactly how I did it without ruining all my progress so that you can go away, still enjoy yourself and still stay on track. So last week I went to Wales, went down to the caravan that we've got down there with my missus. My dad was down there, my dad's missus and my little brothers. Now I'm 5 weeks out from my photo shoot, so going away at this time is a little bit difficult, and of course you can't enjoy yourself with food as much as you would be able to if you weren't dieting for a photo shoot, but I still managed to go away, eat food with family, enjoy food with family, and not feel too restricted. The difference is I had a plan, and this is exactly how I did it. Now, going on holiday 5 weeks out from a photo shoot and not tracking a single calorie for 5 days might sound insane, and for most people it'd be one of them things where it probably would make them fall off plan. And for me last week, if I didn't have a plan and I didn't make that plan with my coach, I also would have fell off plan. But the difference is if you just have some form of structure around what you're doing, you're still able to go and enjoy yourself and still stay on track. When you go away, you know that there's going to be more food on offer. There's going to be treats, there's going to be ice creams, there's going to be beers, there's going to be just eating different food, and that food is going to be in your face because other people are on holiday with you and they're not dieting. So of course they are going to be eating foods, enjoying treats, enjoying stuff like that, and it's going to be right in front of you. And you need to be able to go away, enjoy time with your friends, with your family, with your partner like I did, because that's what it's all about. People say that food shouldn't be seen that way. To me, in my opinion, food is a massive thing. And it's a big enjoyment for me and my missus. We like to go away. We like to enjoy food. That is our thing. Both of us are pretty restricted most of the time. So when we do get a chance to go away, because it is so very few and far between, and it is like that for a lot of people, it becomes one of them things where we want to enjoy food. That's what it's about. I get a lot of enjoyment from food. Food is there to enjoy, to celebrate, to spend time with people. You meet up with family, you meet up with friends, to enjoy nice meals out, to enjoy food. That's what it's all about. So going away last week with the weather being how it was as well, I knew that the temptation was going to be high, but that temptation is always going to be there, especially when you've been dieting for a long period of time. It is just about how you manage it. And of course, it would have been easy for me on them 5 days to just go completely off track and think, you know what, the diet doesn't matter for 5 days. I can sort it out when I come back. But I've dieted for 11 weeks. I've got myself in a really good position. If I'd have come back and I'd have done that, I'd have been so angry at myself, and that's not worth it, because then you're playing catch up, then you're pushing the extremes, then you're dropping calories, then you're increasing cardio, and it just goes too far, and it becomes a state where you're already stressed, you're already feeling it from the diet. You don't need to add unnecessary stress just because you overate for 5 days. Before I went away, I had the conversation with my coach. He's known for absolutely weeks that I was going away. It was planned into my plan, and we knew that when it came to it, we'd worked hard enough that we were able to go away and enjoy ourselves. Now, if I wasn't in the position I was physique-wise, I wasn't lean enough, I'd not put the work in, of course it would have been different. Like he said to me, if you weren't in the position you were in, I would be asking you to track food even when you're away, which I've chosen to do the photo shoot, and if that's what he'd asked me to do, I would have done it. Yeah, I'm on holiday, but if that's what he'd asked me to do, of course I would have done it. But being in the position that we were in, the plan was pretty simple. 2 meals on plan, 1 meal off plan, and you can enjoy a couple of snacks and a couple of beers throughout the day. This doesn't mean that it just becomes a free-for-all. This doesn't mean that the 2 meals that are on plan is just an abundance of food. So how I looked at it is, what am I already eating before I went away? So I know I'm having my chicken, rice and my salad. So I dropped the rice and just had a massive tub of chicken and salad, which tied me over, made me not as hungry throughout the day. I also kept my oats in there and I was having it with protein. And now I wasn't tracking anything, but I did weigh out my oats, so I wasn't going overboard with that because that would have been easy to do. So already the 2 meals that I usually have at home, oats and chicken and rice, were in there, obviously minus the rice. I had my protein with it, I had some fruit with it. That kept me full for a long period of time. That meant that in the evening, I could sort of have whatever I wanted in terms of a cheat meal. Now, when I was away, I only did end up having one cheat meal. We went for fish and chips on the Friday night. The other times, food was made by my dad and his missus, and we made food. But it just meant that I wasn't weighing stuff out, I wasn't tracking it. I was able to eat it, but knowing that it was relatively healthy. Like one night we did like barbecue style stuff. So then I could look at it and go, actually, I can enjoy a few more treats this day because I know I can be sensible with the food that's already there. So the 2 meals on plan and the 1 meal off plan works perfectly if you're going away. You can also look at it in a different way, where as if you want to just keep your meals and calories as low as you possibly can during the day, but you don't really want to be away unless you have to tracking food. So this was nice for me to take a back seat, to sit back, to not track food for a week. But I know from doing this for a long period of time what I need to eat and what I don't need to eat. But of course, doing something like that, giving yourself that freedom to have snacks, to have beers, to have a cheat meal, means that the cravings are going to come back way worse than they've ever been before. If you've dieted for a long period of time and your cravings are already high, when you go away and you get a taste for food like that, it is just gonna multiply and it is gonna go through the roof. I know I have not craved chocolate for absolutely weeks. My missus has sat there eating chocolate in front of me and I've not even thought about it, because what I've been actually thinking about is eating more food that I'm actually eating, like my potatoes, my chicken, my rice, my cream of rice, my oats. But when I went away, because I was there and I had that chocolate, I had that ice cream, as soon as that passed my lips, it was like I couldn't control myself. And that's where you can easily fall off plan. You've deprived yourself of this treat food, of this nice food for a long period of time. So when you do have it, it is going to hit like crack. You are going to lose it and you're going to want more. So you need to understand that the cravings are going to be bad. And this is where you need to control yourself. And this is where you can easily fall off plan. And there was probably days where I had a few more snacks than I should have done. But it was fine because I wasn't having that big cheat meal in the evening. So my meals were pretty structured to what I'd normally have. And that wasn't me doing that on purpose. That's just the way it turned out. So some days I might have had a little bit more chocolate than usual or a few more crisps than usual. But I made up for it by not having that cheat meal. So you need to understand that if you are going to do these things, be prepared that you are going to get mad cravings. You are going to want to eat everything in sight. And you need to still control yourself. It sounds so good being like 2 meals on plan, 1 meal off plan. That's amazing, I can do it, until you're actually there, until the people around you are eating more food, until people are drinking more beers, until people are eating more chocolate. I can't go as mental as everybody else, because even though I've got this plan and it allows me some freedom, I still need to have some structure around what I'm doing. And that's the hard part, especially when you're on holiday, because holiday to people is freedom of food. And I know it is for me. So that's where I still need to stay tight with things. And if you are going away and this is how you're going to go about doing it and planning it, you need to understand that you have to have some control over what you're doing as well. Another thing that I also focused on when I was away, which I would do anyway, and if you are somebody that trains, I highly recommend still training when you're on holiday. So 3 times I got up early, went and trained. I got walks in early before the day even started, before my missus even got up. I'd got 6,000-7,000 steps in. So this meant my total of steps for the day was touching 18 to 20,000 a day, which is a lot. But this meant that I was doing more, which means I'm moving more. I didn't just see it as time to not do anything, to sit on my arse, to be lazy. The 3 training sessions as well were hard sessions. There's a decent gym down there, which works perfectly. So if you are somebody that is going away and you do train and you can find a good gym, get in that gym, train, do something, get a sweat on, get out walking, get some steps in. I also had a 10K on the Saturday. So over the course of the week, I was touching 18 to 20,000 steps. I trained 3 times and I did a hard 10K, which was one of the hardest 10Ks I have done in a while. So my days before I'd even touched food were looking pretty solid, and not many people would be training, getting that amount of steps in. So if you are going away and you do want to enjoy yourself a little bit more, how can you get more expenditure into your day without it being a chore? Train. Go and train, get a little bit of a pump on. There's nothing better than when you're away and you're eating more food and you're having a few more treats, you're having a few more carbs, and you go and train. You get one of the best pumps you've had in a while. I know when I was in that gym, I felt so pumped. The gym was hot, I was sweating, my physique looked mint, I'd got a bit of a tan. So get into the gym when you're away, and my advice is get it done early and then get up and get some steps in. I know you're on holiday, but if you are dieting, if you are training for something, if you are dieting towards something like I am, the photo shoot, you need to make sacrifices for things. So me getting up, I'm already up early. I get up at 5 o'clock. I was up at 5 o'clock, thought, you know what, instead of just sitting here in bed watching TV, sat scrolling on my phone, get out and do a walk, get some steps in early while I can. Then I've ticked a massive chunk of what I need to do off By 11 o'clock, training's done, 6,000 to 7,000 steps done before the day even starts. Now, one of the biggest things that you need to understand when you go away, and if you are dieting and your weight's coming down every single week, you're in a calorie deficit, then you do go away and you do what I do, or you take some advice from what I've done here, which I hope you do, and you eat a little bit more food than normal, you had a few more treats than normal, you eat food that your body's not used to. You really, really need to understand that scale weight is going to be up. That is just the way it is going to be. I came back, I weighed myself on Sunday morning, I was nearly 90 kg. The day I went away, I was just under 85 kg. So that's 5 kg. And this is where people make a mistake, and this is where people ruin absolutely everything they're doing. They come back, they see that scale weight's gone up and they think, I've gained 5 kg. No, you haven't. I'm already back down into the 86s 3 days later. You haven't gained 5 kg. You've probably not digested food properly. You've been eating food different to what your body's used to. You're holding way more water because you're eating more carbs, more treaty style food. Plus, I did a hard 10K on the Saturday. So of course my scale weight was up. It's on the way back down. And this is the thing, the advice that I need to give you. And please, if you take anything from this video, understand this. And this comes to if you have a weekend on the beers, or you have a weekend away with the missus, or a night away, or whatever. Scale weight is going to go up. This is not an accurate representation that I gained 5 kg. Of course, there may have been a slight little bit of fat gain in there, but getting straight back on the plan is the best way you can do it. Do not come back and start cutting calories, changing everything, going extreme, running yourself into the ground. I've got 5 weeks left until the photo shoot. So if I'd have come back, slashed my calories to 1,800 because I'd seen the scale weight go up by 5 kg, where do I go from there? I'm just going to run myself into issues. I'm going to run myself into hunger, because I know getting straight back on my plan is going to bring my scale weight down by the end of the week. Please don't be extreme and just understand that the scale weight is going to go up. You've eaten more food. Take the advice from me, because I have done this before where I have just thought the scale weight's gone up, I've gained 5 kg. How possibly could I have gained 5 kg in 5 days? And that's exactly how I managed 5 days completely off plan, no tracking, eating different foods, 5 weeks out from my photo shoot, by making a plan, sticking to the plan, and making sure that I didn't just lose complete control. I've also created a free 4-day training split where you can track absolutely everything that you're doing, your weights, your sets, and make progress every single week. If you want a copy, it's linked down below. And if you've enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, head over to the Instagram, drop me a follow, and I'll see you next week.